Всем привет, меня зовут Дмитрий. Я продолжаю прохождение игры The Elder Scrolls Online. В прошлой части я немножко погулял по городу, зашел в гильдию бойцов, э, выполнил некоторые квесты. Ну, короче, наконец-то я дошел до короля Фахара'джада. Вот, и сейчас посмотрю, что он там скажет.
With all respect, Your Majesty, this proves our suspicions were well-founded. You should have heeded my father's warning.
It is not the place of the dishonored to correct the king, Ashaba. You are dismissed.
I meant no disrespect, Your Majesty, only that you know where to find us. I will take my leave.
Welcome to Sentinel Wayfarer. If you've come about the docks, rest assured I already know. I regret that you visit during such times. But perhaps your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps the gods guided you here to help us fight the withered hand.
Что такое сохшая рука? Первокульт, наверное.
Necromancers, practitioners of the most vile magic, and the bane of the Alик'r desert. It has been many years since we faced such a threat. I hope the rumors about this group, the Withered Hand, were untrue. But today's events prove otherwise.
Откуда взялись эти маги?
Several years ago, a diabolical necromancer named Satura led an army of undead against me. Satura was defeated, but the rumors suggest his sons have returned for revenge. They are calling themselves the Withered Hand.
Значит, некромант долго действовал заодно с ними.
Undoubtedly. But I suspect the attack at the docks was merely a feint. I fear the Withered Hand is planning something far worse.
Как нам их остановить?
That is the challenge I now face. The people of the Alик'r desert, even those in Sentinel, are superstitious. They believe that striking the dead carries a terrible curse. For them, it is an act of dishonor. That is why I need you, Wayfarer.
Помогу, чем смогу.
And your visit is fortuitous indeed. My own son, Prince Azar, has been investigating the rumors about the Withered Hand. He is a bright young man, but he needs help. First, though, I would ask you to inform General Thoda of what has befallen.
Генерал Тодда, это который у Алькаира был. Помню.
Yes, that is likely. General Thoda is my chief military advisor. He is also a practical man who places security above superstition. He is resting at his home after returning from Al'Kir, but I need his counsel on how to proceed. General Thoda is a trusted advisor and a good friend. He has heard the rumors about the Withered Hand, and he can help us. Tell no one else, though. People remember Satura, and hearing his sons have returned could cause a panic.
Откуда взялись эти суеверия?
It is not an ancient Yokudan custom, but a tradition that developed in the desert. Human remains decay slowly here, and our people came to believe their ancestors' corpses were sacred. To harm one would draw the ancestors' curse.
Сегодня люди все еще верят в это?
Of course. You see, the culture of the Alик'r evolved around this ideal. Many of us today realize that exceptions must be made. But in my position, to ask my soldiers to strike down the dead would cause an outcry, and possibly lead to rebellion.
Как вам удалось победить
It's
Сатуру?
quite a tale, and I cannot do it justice now. But the battle against Satura was the most difficult of my life, both in military and political terms. It was the Ashaba who saved us. They had the thankless task of fighting the undead.
Кто такие шабы?
The Ashaba. Where do I begin? They walk among us, but only in shadows. People believe they are cursed. They are dishonored warriors, bound by the sacred oath of their forefathers. They must fight the dead when called upon to do so.
Где они сейчас?
I have not called on them. I've even disregarded their warnings. You must understand. The common people despise them. To call on them again might cost me the crown. That is why I must rely on you, Wayfarer.
Ликар когда-нибудь сталкивался с угрозой со стороны нежити до появления Ишаба?
Yes. The greatest threat the Alик'r faced from the undead was in the First Era, when the Okudan rulers were still establishing a foothold here. That was when the Ansei wards were created.
Какие хранители Ансеев?
They are our greatest hope, for no matter how great a threat the Withered Hand may pose, they cannot even compare to the necromancers of the First Era. The wards contain the spirits of 3 Ansei heroes who sacrificed themselves to protect us.
Как работают хранители Ансеев?
They uphold the covenant with the divines. As long as we consecrate the dead in the name of Tu'whacca, they cannot be raised by even the most powerful necromancy. Thus, the Withered Hand can only raise corpses that have not been consecrated.
Вот много ложной информации. Нам не сказали. Сановник.
You have the king's gratitude, Wayfarer. News of your exploits has reached the throne. While we cannot publicly condone violence against our honored dead, the fact remains that you have made the city safe, at least for the moment.
Можешь сказать мне в твоем королевстве?
Of a certainty, King Fahaра'джад, blessings of Ruptka be upon him, is king of Hammerfell and rules over the Alик'r and many points beyond. This is his center of power, and the forebears.
Шестников.
Indeed, our realm is diverse. The forebears are progressives who firmly support the Covenant. Their counterparts are the Crowns, traditionalists who cling to the ways of lost Yokuda and reject the practices of Tamriel. Do not concern yourself. The king's rulership over these lands and its people is firm as stone, among crown and forebear alike.
Каков вклад Редгарда в Ковенант?
King Fahara'джад, may Tava grant him eternal life, has made great contributions to the war effort. We Redguards are unparalleled in swordsmanship and grand strategy. Many of our most talented officers have already taken command of battalions overseas.
Да. Визирь.
If you have come to speak with the king, the gods smile upon you, for he is holding court. Do not presume to waste his time, though. He has urgent matters to deal with, and has no time for trifles.
Конец странствий. Так. Какая-то ода.
The palace has been like a tomb since the news of trouble
Так,
at dawn.
ладно, понятно. Предшественники это... Этим на второй этаж. И виценосцы. Как у них тут? Интересно. О, капитан Калим. Привет.
It seems everywhere I land, you turn up. Or is it the other way around?
Что ты делаешь?
The spearhead has done well against the Dominion. The king has seen fit to grant me a larger command. The spearhead now prowls with the Talonclaw, Lecky's Grace, and the Black Revenant.
Командуешь ты?
There's no official title, but their captains follow me. We aren't part of the Navy, and I'm not an admiral, but I feel like one. Let me tell you, it's a good feeling. I'm not one for rules or uniforms. I serve our king, but I do it my way, as my own woman. You should see what Nicoline's been up to. She's mine. The spearhead has done well against the Dominion.
Так,
The king has...
это я
There's no
спрашивал.
official
Каламбур
title.
с ними слышала?
I hear she and Captain Mark are getting on rather famously. Good for her. I regret how things ended between us.
Почему?
The relic we found on Betnik ate the souls of her people. No matter its fate, I should have considered how that revelation would affect her. If I had handled it better, she might still stand beside me. She's an orc. They're stubborn as mules, so no, I don't expect she'll ever speak to me again. Doesn't matter. We both still have our lives. I won't spend mine in regret.
Да, это было еще в самом начале моего прохождения. На беднике там была у Элейдов реликвия, с помощью которой прихвостни Ангофа, Ангофа, да, хотели, короче, поднимали мертвых и прочее, и вообще хотели творить всякие ужасные дела. И я эту реликвию уничтожил. И так хотела Ламбур. А Калин не хотел. И вот, видимо, отголоски этих событий доносятся до сих пор. Прикольно, прикольно. Тут, да, тут такая, как бы, если в эту игру играть как сюжетно, то нужно очень много деталей запоминать, потому что это было уже почти 100 серий назад. Ну, чуть поменьше, конечно, но всю эту информацию в голове держать очень тяжело. Так. Потерянные острова Якуды. Старые Якуды. Андус.
Redguard architecture is so elegant, don't you think? For humans.
Что скажешь, Николин?
I see you're still alive. I guess that's something. I buried my brothers. I'm Colleen's first mate. I'm making do, and I'm not really interested in talking. Maybe you should go talk to a wall.
Она не очень дружелюбна. Ладно. Говорит с генералом Тодой. Векован.
You. I know you from Al'Qur. You roughed up so many of my bravos. Tamriel is a small place, after all. I just returned from Al'Qur myself, back in my chair, drinking my wine with my wife. Wait. Please tell me you're not here to disturb me.
Меня прислал король Фахара'джад. Это значит иссохшие руки.
No! You realize what this means. Not one moment of relaxation, not one. And damn it, I thought this talk about the withered hand was just rumor. Are you sure this is true? The Sentinel docks? The nerve. But it sounds like something those motherless dogs would do. I tell you, Uwafa and Alasan might just be more dangerous than their father.
Кто такие?
Uwafa and Alasan are the sons of that old bastard Satura. They're calling themselves the Withered Hand as a fear tactic. I knew them when they were boys. They're the same age as Prince Azar. Speaking of whom, we should inform him as well.
Король сказал, что Аза наводит справки об иссохшей руке.
Exactly. He knows more about this business than I do. That's for sure. If you'll go round up the prince, I'll have to find some way to explain to my wife why I'm leaving again. Then we can all meet at the palace. My guess is that he's with the girls at his seraglio by the north wall. I know what you're thinking, but it's not because the prince is some kind of ladies' man. The girls help him gather information. Perhaps he'll already know what's happened. My hope is that Prince Azar might have a lead on where Uwafa and Alasan have set up their headquarters, or better yet, what they're planning next. Regardless, these are things we should discuss at the palace.
Принц тоже с ними знаком.
We all do. Satura was one of the king's viziers, kept his little hobby a secret.
Then one day the king came to meet his viziers and found them all dead. The real surprise was when Satura ordered their corpses to attack. That's how it started.
Качество визиря из Персии напоминает.
I tried to train them in swordplay. Wafa and Alasan along with Prince Azar. Those two had no interest, though. I would always catch them torturing insects and animals. The prince, he hated them. And they hated him right back.
Интересно, что он скажет про Лакану, про его сестру. Принц. Поговорить с ним.
Wood's hard to come by.
А, теперь-то меня пропустят. Королев, да, теперь меня пропустят. В первую очередь я еще... Так, что происходит?
I should have tried to stop them. I'm sorry. So sorry. What have I done? It was a nightmare. These savage men burst into the Seraglio. They struck down the guards and even sweet little Rohiba. And then they took the prince. Please, would you go after them? You have to. No, yet another way in which I failed. I should have followed them out into the street. I'm such a fool. Maybe someone else out there saw them. Maybe they can tell you which way those men took the prince.
Кто похитил принца? Отливо органианское дело. Ага. Да, знаменитая книжка. Так, что здесь?
Someone help! They took him! I saw them running. They went west.
Так, принц сделал, может быть.
That way. They went that way.
They took the prince down the path. Hurry!
I tried, but they got me with their evil magic. They took the prince. Down there. I think it leads out of the city. Please, go stop them.
Нету. Так, сейчас еще раз на карту гляну. Разбойники, разбойники, быстрее.
I don't recognize you,
but under the circumstances, I'm certainly glad to make your acquaintance. You will be well rewarded for assisting me. I can promise that much. Ah, so you do know who I am, then? Did my father put you up to this? Is he keeping tabs on me? Well, I shouldn't be so accusatory. If he was tracking me, then I guess that turned out to be extremely fortunate. I don't wish to seem ungrateful, but you should know that kidnapping me was just a distraction. The Withered Hand, they've been planning this for years. If only we had heard the rumors sooner. At this point, I don't think we can stop them.
Этих и не дай сделать что?
From tunneling into the impervious vault. This tunnel was just one of their attempts. It's a brilliant plan, really. The gates of the vault have been magically sealed for centuries, but underneath, the vault's apparently not so impervious.
Почему они хотят проникнуть?
Undoubtedly, they're hoping to steal the Anse wards. With the wards, Wafa and Alasan could become unimaginably powerful. It could be bad. Really bad. Even if we can't stop them, we have to try. We should get back to the palace and tell my father. Let's head south. There's a ladder leading up into the city.
It is rare for General Thoda to offer word of praise, but he speaks highly of you.
Go on and tell my father what they're planning. I'm going to call the guard to the vault.
Генерал Тодда уже здесь.
You should always address the king first when we're in the palace. That's not only the custom, it's a matter of respect.
Понятно.
Word has reached me of what happened at the Seraglio. I should have seen this coming. Please, tell me you found Prince Azar, and he is safe.
Да.
I told Toda you'd come through. I had a feeling about you, right from the start. Tell me though, where is Azar? And was this the extent of the Withered Hand's plot? Or do they presently plan some further insult to my family and my kingdom?
Пробрался в неприступное хранилище.
Blade's Edge. How could they? Would that actually work? If they get into the vault, they could steal the Anse wards. And then... we must hurry. We have to stop them at all costs.
Чем могу помочь?
I can take guards to the impervious vault, but we're going to need help from the Mages Guild. As much as I hate to admit it, only they know how to unseal the vault. Will you go to the guild for me, Wayfarer? When you reach the Mages Guild Tower, speak to Gabrielle. She understands the need for discretion. I will meet you at the impervious vault. Tawaka watch over you, Wayfarer. Let us hope we can keep the Anse wards from falling into enemy hands.
Габриэль, это та Бенел, которая в Гринумбре помогала. Галка это робот Нерама. Так вот она.
Hey, I know you. We killed that crazy old necromancer together, Angov. Remember that midnight talisman we used to break into Cathedral? I still can't believe that worked. So I don't suppose you need help with something fun like that.
Да, нужна помощь.
Are you joking? I've been wanting to take a crack at that place ever since I heard the name. Wait a minute. Did Simone put you up to this? Why would the king want to break into the vault?
Команда пытается украсть хранителей Ансеев.
Necromancers, Ansei wards, fascinating. Count me in. So we just need to break the seal? I know. Let's try this. Go to the bazaar and get flame stock from Lucien and Worm's headcap from Nineveh. Then meet me at the vault. This could work.
Так. Далеко? Вот это я зря сделал. Все, бай-бай. Да ничего, я же бессмертный. Не можно. Так, правильно? Да. Пилонил.
You'll need a stout back.
Так, блин, я забыл, у кого нужно.
You'll need to bear more than water across the dunes. Why not make sure you have room for all that is needful?
30 тысяч нужно. Замечательно. Так. Огненный гриб и шляпа головы червя. Блин, это может быть проблемой. Я забыл, как их зовут.
I foresaw your coming, strange one, in my vision.
Кстати, мне надо бы починиться. Вот это непруха.
We used to get more caravans from the south.
Понятно. Так, а вот вижу.
Welcome to Nineveh's emporium of strange and wonderful things. Can I interest you in a lizard catching net? Or perhaps a trained lizard?
Огненные грибы.
Flame stalks. Tasty treats. They help with indigestion. For a lizard, at least. You're not a lizard. What do you need them for? For some spell with Gabrielle, I bet. And she doesn't even like lizards. Oh well, just take them. But she owes me. Worm stalk caps. No, I don't. Lizards enjoy worm stalks, but they're also poisonous to them.
Короче, нет у него. Ящерица большая.
You must be Monkey. Yes, he is adorably large, isn't he? I'm afraid I spoil him. Only the best bugs are good enough for my monkey. Quite smart, aren't you, Monkey?
Назвал свою ящерицу обезьянкой.
Yes, it may seem odd, but it makes sense to me. From the time I could walk, I wanted a pet monkey. I pleaded and begged, but my father always refused. Monkeys are arboreal, he said. I still don't know what that means. One has to start somewhere. Monkeys are terrific. Everyone loves monkeys. And if I can't have a monkey, a lizard's the next best thing. You know, sometimes I wonder how my life would be different if my father had only given me a monkey.
Да уж. Ладно. Текс.
Take your time and browse, my friend. I'm sure you'll find I have what you've always wanted. Ah, this is for Gabrielle, isn't it? She's a regular. In a city like Sentinel, we Bretons have to stick together. I have some in stock. You're welcome to them. Don't worry about payment. I know Gabrielle's good for it.
Встретиться с Габриэль. Как лучше лошадь взять?
This is just awful.
Aha, perfect. Say though, you didn't happen to pick up a few giant's toes while you were at the bazaar, did you?
Нет.
That's fine. Giant's toes could make a bigger gap in the seal, but they're probably hard to find here anyways. These should do the trick, I think. Worm's head on top of the flame stalk, or flame stalk inside the worm's head.
Так точно знаешь?
Oh, absolutely. It's only one person going in anyways. Without the giant's toes, I can only open the seal so far. Of course. Fahara'джad thinks that one person should be you. He wants to talk to you first, though. Go on up. Sure. I just need a minute to think about how exactly to word this. Gotta Go on. I'll be right up.
Так, я кое-что хочу прокачать. Во-первых, вот снабжение. Добавляет 5 минут к времени действия любой съеденной пищи. Мне это пригодится. Так, столярное дело. Что-то еще. Вот средние доспехи. Увеличивает урон от оружия на 17%. Тоже неплохо. И еще я хотел зайти в настройки. Так, настройки. Вражеский цвет. Автоматический подбор, кстати, можно включить, но пока я это не буду делать. Нет. Интерфейс. Бой, наверное. Подсказки к бою. Так, сохранить анонимность. Усиление. Ну ладно. Ладно, интерфейс. Пикатор оружия. Ладно, потом разберусь. Так, ну что, король?
If we are too late, the implications are unthinkable for all of Alик'r. I've prayed to Tu'whacca, Stindar, and even Akatosh. Though I do not hold them sacred, I will pray to the Yokudan gods as well, just in case.
Не стоит волноваться.
Your hope is contagious, Wayfarer. I am pleased that your road has led you here. General Thoda is not a man of faith, but even he agrees your coming seems more than a coincidence. If only one of us can enter the vault, I think it should be you.
Конечно же, я.
I cannot adequately express my gratitude. You must be careful, though. Azar believes the Withered Hand is far more powerful than we realized. Uwafa and Alisan in particular. If you see either of them, I suggest you exercise extreme caution. I pray that we are not too late to stop the Withered Hand. And with the same breath, I thank the gods for guiding you here. Tu'whacca watch over you, Wayfarer. Here comes Gabrielle. Are you ready?
Stand back, Your Majesty. I'm not sure how the vault will react. I hope this works. It worked. Go quickly. I don't know how long it'll stay open.
Так, тут уже идет борьба. Так.
They've broken into the vault. Stop them, fools!
Так, инвентарь. Что у меня как с оружием? Все как обычно. Яд установлен. Отлично. Они пусть дерутся, а я пошел.
Enough! Get the Ansei wards out, now!
Так, я тут.
You are not marked with the corruption of undeath, nor those that foster it. You are not aligned with them, are you?
Я пытался их остановить.
You sought to protect the wards? Praise Tuaka. That means there are still living those who oppose the menace of necromancy in the Alик'r. Hearken closely then, for my spirit cannot abide here long. We sacrificed ourselves to create the wards, and through them we have protected the consecrated dead. But the wards have fallen into corrupted hands now, and we are powerless to stop them. You must recover the wards.
Они унесли.
I do not know. My sight is weakened, and my presence is tied to my ward. They have taken it far from here. That is why I am fading. Find the wards. Bring them back. Tuaka be with you. We will meet again.
Красиво. Где король?
That took longer than I hoped. It's hard to be patient when I know the fate of my kingdom is at stake. Tell me you have good tidings. Or did they escape with the Ansei wards?
Не сбежали, к сожалению.
Damn it all! Thought a Setsutura Sons were dangerous. That's certainly true now. With the Ansei wards, they can raise an army faster than I can. We have to stop them. We have to send Uafa and Alasan to join their father in oblivion. I've done everything in my power to avoid calling on the Ashaba, but I no longer have a choice. We must have their help to recover the Ansei wards. I would avoid contacting them directly, however. Will you be my envoy, Wayfarer? Thank you. Most of the Ashaba live together, wandering the desert, going gods know where. Track them down, and tell their leader Marima that the Alakir needs him again. We need the Ashaba to fight the Withered Hand. The Ashaba often spend this season camping at Morwa's bounty to the south. God's willing, perhaps they are still there. Marima sent his daughter to warn me of the Withered Hand. They wanted to help. I regret that I turned them away. I hope I need to remind you to keep this quiet. Rumors will spread about the Withered Hand, but we should try to keep the theft of the Ansei wards a secret. I have many political enemies who would try to turn this to their advantage. Of course it will. But what am I to do? Allow my public image to endanger the kingdom? Sometimes a king cannot save his face and his people at the same time. Still, I would prefer we not shout our plans from the rooftops.
Fried fire salts! This is way worse than I realized. The Withered Hand, eh? When I get back to the tower, I'll see if I have anything on them. It'll be useful when you come ask for my help again. Which I'm...
Принц, что принц скажет?
Finally, my father stops chasing the Mirage. I advised him to listen to Ashaba weeks ago. Better late than never. If you will go speak with Marima, I will reach out to my Ashaba contacts as well. We will find a way to stop the Withered Hand.
Так, ну здесь я, в принципе, все закончил. Теперь мне нужно направляться... Куда мне нужно? Текс. Ну. Вот сюда, да? Вот я так вот и пойду. Сюда зайду. Да, вот, наверное, для начала я пойду сюда. Вот. Но это будет уже в следующей серии. До свидания.